I wonder if you can hear us right now. We'll have to find out after what's going on. This is both horns. I'm Sheriff Joe Baggs.
I'm
Who are
Tuna.
you?
I'm Tuna. Hello.
Saw, dude. Yeah, we're in a fun spot of the off season where everybody is just talking about, and really the only thing going on right now. Rams do have some other things going on right now, which is rather exciting. But we'll just kind of see when those when those shoes drop, because we actually don't know yet when when we get stuff to talk about. So the anticipation, dude. It's all anticipation right now. We're feeling it. So.
Yeah, the only thing really going on, honestly, a lot of speculation with the jerseys. It's a Friday night. Rams decided to stay at home, and the news organization. There is an event coming up right before the draft, happening next week that everyone's looking at, getting tickets for. The Rams block party. That we can holler at that. We can get down with some of that. What do you think, man?
Yeah, absolutely, dude. This block party, is that in place of Draft House? Do you have like any insight on that? I've been still just getting absolutely smoked at work, so don't know. Is that in place of Draft House, or is this in addition to?
I'm gonna assume this is in place of, because it's actually happening concurrently with the draft as well. Draft being the 23rd, 24th, 25th. And I have not seen or heard anything about a draft house. I think this is their block party. And the reason where the jersey and logo speculations coming in, at least to my keen eye, I don't recall the Rams using this simplistic, no audio issues with Joe only. Might have some audio issues with you, Joe. You know what I think it is? I noticed that when I did a rewatch of the last episode, I think the levels are weird on the receiving end, because I've noticed on last episode when you came in, it was like hard to hear you a little bit. So we'll have to play with the audio for before Monday. But hello, USA expat.
Well, I don't know what that means though. It just says audio issues with Joe. So what is the issue? Because everything's fine in my ear.
Yeah, I'm assuming probably hard to hear.
Is it high? Is it low? I mean, I need more info.
Okay, that's true.
So,
I'm on top of the world.
Still unhelpful, choppy. I don't know what to do about that.
I think I know what it is. We can talk about it off air. I think I might have an idea. I think it's a StreamYard deal.
Oh, this bummer of a website? Yeah, I don't even care. I'll talk about it while we use it, man. This streaming service sucks, bro. Straight up, this is a bummer of a program, man. I'm trying to switch because this, yeah, StreamYard. I'm talking to you, man. You have 4 feet.
Oh, I didn't care about
all bad.
I didn't care about that, Phillies. I was talking about the listeners probably not caring.
Oh, I mean,
but no, I'm pretty sure the way the bandwidth works on StreamYard, that by you playing the audio and your own audio, even though it makes 0 sense because it's all digital.
Yeah, that should be a server problem, not a Joe problem.
Exactly. They said working now must be his attitude. Yeah, no,
I took out
the music. It's because the music. Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yep. Let me run it through next time. If you can we're just going to do some housekeeping real quick. Hey, Tuna, I need you to send me any music to my email, and then I'll load it up onto my mixer, and then I can bypass StreamYard being a bummer of a program. So
StreamYard, fix your junk. Speaking of fixing junk, got you. Like that transition. Boom. Professional exit ramp there. Like I was saying, the speculation on at least in my keen eye, is I don't recall this level. This is brand new word marking. This is new. Like the visuals, I feel like they like to hint at, like, hey, this is popping out. This is coming. Yeah. I think expect some changes next week. So I'm excited. There's no news yet.
That font does look a little bit more, a little bit different, just a little bit, just a skosh different than our typical. So, but yeah, I would say going with just all dark background with just only yellow and white lettering. Mostly the yellow, though. Obviously, I don't know, man. I don't know if this is like, if we're getting little teases here, if we're getting info, or if they're just like throwing off the scent, you know? So I think there could be a little bit of anything in here. But the thing is, and as we kind of talk about the block party and the fact that we're going to be getting some new Rams here soon, is the fact that we assume we fully anticipate that any kind of logo / uniform updates would happen pre-draft, and the dates on this block party here that you see at Hollywood Park, April 16th through the 25th, which obviously does lead us through the draft, but 16th is just next Thursday, which is before the draft. So yeah,
getting close. I think I'm very. I've seen a lot of the reports come out. The Zach Cohen, the Jersey Watcher,
Yeah.
2026. Mr. Zach Cohen. He's saying something about expecting. Now I'm seeing 2 jerseys that he said. I'm gonna keep it a buck. No, this organization, man, I'd be surprised to see if they're gonna do a new one. More than one new one. Like, I'm gonna temper my expectations. And then he was saying something about gold. If it's anything like the St. Louis gold, you know how we feel. I doubt they're gonna do anything with the St. Louis days.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like them not having a real rollout. I don't know if they're just going to do like a shock drop, or if it's going to be very minimal and there's like, yeah, I can't really control fan expectation, guys. Sorry. Like I don't know which one's going to happen, to be honest.
Well, it kind of stands to reason that we wouldn't see a massive change in the uniforms based on the information we do have right now. Like, it's not a rebrand. You know what I mean? It's just a little bit of a shakeup, a little bit of a modification. So, I mean, it makes sense that the changes will probably not be overwhelming. I think we kind of know that the gradient was kind of received poorly. That's been a thing, though. Nike does that. They roll out gradients, and then a few years later, they pull it back, and then everybody's way more happy with the uniforms. I'm assuming we're going to be in that same exact boat with everybody else. I'm also starting to see some new rumors, some numers start up of logo and helmet stuff. I saw a screenshot of a Rams horn that had the split in the horn, but it curled like the old horn and then like faded into the white. And it was like, guys, I feel like the point is of getting away from gradient. Why would we add it back?
Yeah, somebody doubled down. It's like, no, actually, that would be a very Rams. Like,
that'd be so funny, bro. Instead of the numbers being gradient, it's the whole jersey. It's
we're doubling down. We're going to add more yellow gradient to it.
You thought gradient.
That's the yellow. That's the yellow.
It's way more gradient now, bro.
It's actually going to be like, oh man, let's find it. Like when girls get the ombre where it just starts, it's just pure yellow up here, and then it's going to fade into some blue.
Is that what that's called? I know that I've heard ombre before. I know what I mean.
I think some kind of. I think it's a fancy gradient, is what it is. Yeah, but I'm expecting there's going to be some information coming out. I don't think they're doing this big thing, and normally if they really are excited about it, they'll market it. There'll be some kind of video or something attached to it. This has been pretty like, well, don't get tickets if you guys want. You know, it's a hangout. I don't know. They're being very coy about it. Feels like.
I want to ask the people watching us here, because I mean, without confirmations, of course, all indications are that we are losing the bone, and I feel like I'm one of the lone bone fans. But I want to hear from anybody else. Is there anybody else that's kind of going to miss that? Are you thrilled about this? And again, no confirmation. That's just pure speculation on my end there of like, we're probably not going to have bone anymore. It was kind of telling. Sales are wild right now on the bone. And then they've kind of been putting out sales on the bone stuff, even like the t-shirts and stuff like that. So it makes sense to remove that. And also, I know a lot of people were not fans of it. And just because I'm a big fan of it, I mean, I'm not that selfish where I'm like, they need to keep it because I love it. And it's like, I get it. Enough people dislike it. And hey, if I can switch out the bone for a friggin' yellow jersey, dude, then color me freaking stoked as hell, because that's awesome, man. I love that.
Nah, I'm here with the bone. Bone Zone till I die. Bone Bros.
Yeah.
We are too. You are me and I am you. But no, I'm excited, man. I mean, anything that's Rams related, anything that's football and the gathering of fellow football fans, I'm excited for. If you guys have not gotten your tickets, especially if you're a season ticket holder, make sure you guys are checking your emails. I know those went out to everybody. I had a few texts from buddies asking if I'm going. good buddy Isaac. Still trying to figure out what I'm doing draft day. So don't know if that's something with media access, hopefully, or if a friend, a tailgating group is going to be doing a little watch party. So we'll see. Hopefully.
Nice. Yeah, I'll just be here. I mean, I'll be watching probably where I'm sitting now. So that's cool.
You're not going to join? You're not coming down to LA?
Nah, not to watch us just trade our first round pick and then be like, damn. I'm not about to do that, dude. It's funny.
No, it's funny because I actually did say that to Chris, World Tour Rams. I was like, man, you should do a party, but then I realized like just rebrand it to come watch the Rams trade their first round pick party.
Yeah, trade party.
Yeah. Slow news day for you, Joe. I don't have anything crazy exciting, man. Jersey's logos, Bueller, because it seems like everyone else is getting cool announcements. Rams are just like, house party, it's chill, just come through.
Well, the issue that I have with this right now is the fact that we've gotten literally less than nothing from the Rams, and it's just all these people that are like, I know what's going on, and you're like, yeah, I'm sure you know exactly what's going on. Yeah, dude. So that's what's bothering me about it is like these people are like, well, I saw this hat at Lids, this must be the real thing, and it's like, yeah, sure, man. Yeah, might as well.
Oh no, I'm right with you. I've said that when Zach Cohn was putting it out there a few months ago. I was subtweeting. I know we call that vague posting these days, but I was subtweeting at him because I really didn't want his ads or to interact with that. Apparently, there's a following for just specifically leaking merch and the whatnot. I'm used to it in like gaming world because people want to know release dates. I didn't realize there was this much of a collection of people that really dedicated to like, hey, I need to know when this jersey's coming out, or like I gotta know it early before the team announces it. To each their own. It's just not really my thing I care about.
Yeah.
And but a few months ago, just some of the things he was saying, I just don't know where they're coming from or agree with. Some of the stuff looks kind of terrible. I was like, I don't think it's going to be that big of a change.
Some of those things that people are sharing, they were like, I would like this. And you're like, that's terrible. What are you talking about, man? Like, it's like, you know how mad everybody else would be if we got that. That's ridiculous, man. But yeah, it's just one of those two where it's like, I don't understand the need to know first. And also it's like, I brought it up with the Jets release when they changed to they had those all whites that Rodgers died in his first couple snaps. But when those got dropped on Twitter from like across the room through a doorway, that's how I saw it for the first time. And it's like, that sucks, dude. It's like, that's not how I want to see the jersey for the first time. It's just cool to see the official release. Seeing like a grainy, crappy photo is like not it. It's like seeing the Rams new logo for the first time on that stupid draft cap in a cardboard box. It's all dented in and stuff. And it was like, that's how we literally saw the logo for the first time. And it's like, what a freaking bummer, dude. Whoever that is, dude, I hope your socks are perpetually wet and you're just always unhappy about it, man. Because that's ridiculous.
It's a weird. I don't know. I kind of don't get it because even with the video game releases, like, and that because I'm such a gaming nerd that I get annoyed when it's like, oh, you know, I wish I knew when Metal Gear Solid next one's going to come out, and then someone leaks it. It's like I could have waited a month when they announced it at the next convention. Like, it's fine. I don't need to know because for me, it's. Let's say he posted the entirety of what the Rams new jerseys or logos or whatever the fuck they're going to do today, right now. I look at it. Okay. Now back to you. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. Like, I can't buy it. I can't be like, oh, hey guys, you got to give it to me now. I know we're all excited, and I don't want to feel like I'm policing, things to be excited about. I'm genuinely asking. I don't understand it. Like, I want to understand better. I'm not hating.
I don't get it. I can't help you because I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those. It's like, yeah, because you're absolutely right. It's like, what am I supposed to do with that now? It's like, I can't get it. I can't buy it. It's like, we're getting a new logo, and it's like, if I see it on Twitter in a crappy little like photo, it's like, you know what? So a mild inconvenience every morning for the next year. Yeah, like straight up, like every single morning, it's like you're out of toothpaste, or you're like, your shampoo and your conditioner never runs out at the same time, which is a very big problem. But, you step in that puddle right as you're about to put your shoes on, like you get that little wet spot on the floor, something like that. So, Yeah, Mark says it would be cool for a yellow play on the greatest show on turf uniforms. That I'm not sure if what you're necessarily specifically referencing, because I don't remember any yellows from that specific era. But
You talking about the gold ones, maybe the ones we were talking about?
oh yeah,
But the part of the combo I do enjoy is when somebody does an actual really good mock of like, hey man, imagine Stafford if he had played it on the Rams like with these jerseys, and they do a really good rendering of like Stafford in the original LA blue and yellow. It's like, that is very clean. Like,
yeah,
that's a cool little image. But besides that, I don't know what to make of it. I'm hoping on the 16th they just do a big blitz and they're just like, surprise, motherfucker! Like, here's everything, and you guys have been crying for years, and we love you, and here's free tickets. Like, hoping for the world.
yeah. That's honestly too. And it's like I was trying to think back to when we got the modern throwback. Did we get a tease for that?
There was something. There was something about like legacy or blending old like new modern. I don't know. I remember something.
That's right. There was something in there. And then I just like that video because that was really cool. Eric Dickerson tossing Kyron the jersey. That was like, yo, this is sick. And it's like, how much of a bummer would it have been to see like a crappy little like that jersey like folded up in a cardboard box and like that's how we see it. It's like that would have been lame hell, man. Like I love that's how I saw that thing for the first time. That was just super dope, dude.
Yeah, and it's
a hilarious comment, by the way.
I think about that every time you come on camera, man.
Like, bro, you have no idea what goes into this, man. It's this. You don't just wake up and look at this incredible, dude.
Yeah, but we'll see, man. 16th. Yeah. Hopefully, we get something new. I'm marking that day. I'm assuming I'm going to get something new that day, so I'll be prepped for that.
I've said my work stuff is crazy right now, but that is literally a day where I'm like, I'm going to keep my phone a little bit closer to my person on that day, as I'm going to be paying attention to some notifications.
I'm gonna put that phone a little deeper in the pocket.
I feel like I'm talking weird today. I feel like I'm speaking weird today. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I'm gonna need you to shake that CTE, and I'm gonna need you to get with the program because we got incredible news today.
I was wearing this one. I got it.
Jesus. Honestly, even besides the thing USA Expat, Snead talking about the GPS AIA draft analyst tools being used. Brother, man, I don't fully understand that conversation that he was talking about that stuff, but I've been talking with just analytics with Joshio's tweets and some of the work that he does and the stuff that he's applying it to. It's like damn near rocket science to me, but it's pretty incredible. And I think it's cool that the Rams are making going to the combine pretty obsolete. But besides that, the only thing I really saw, I don't know if anybody truly cares or wants to hear about it. There's some shakeups in Rams media coverage, which I thought was kind of interesting. You want to hear?
I would love to hear, Tuna. Please tell me.
God, if you could have not faked any less excitement about that. You would have had to try to fake that.
Okay, I'll be honest, man. I love Rams content with my entire heart. But I am Rams content, so it's hard for me to intake Rams content. So I don't know a lot of people that are doing other stuff, dude. I'll be honest, man. And I know that's a Joe fault. I know that's a me thing, and I want to know more people in the space. But when I do multiple shows and I'm sitting here, all the time being the Rams content, how am I supposed to follow the Rams content? And also, I don't want to steal from people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be like, that's a really good point. I'm going to talk about that too. It's all in here.
I just want to share the news and share love and enjoy football with you.
It's perfect, dude. Because we got some great people that cover the Rams, man. I can't think of anybody who's like a legitimate bummer, man. Everybody's great. It's awesome.
I agree. All the beat writers are cool. There's a tiny shakeup though. It's like not really running around like crazy on Twitter, so I just thought it was interesting. No one's really talking about it too much. No, nothing to do with Gary Klein, USA Expat. He's safely secure at LA Times. Blaine Grzak, if you guys read Turf Show Times and you read his stuff, he's transitioning. He's going over to lead publisher of Rams on SI. And then I saw that. Congratulations to him. It was always cool. Somebody else in Rams coverage is moving around, shaking around.
He's been a lot of places, man. Blaine's done a lot, man. So, yeah, good for him. That's awesome.
Yeah. And besides that one, when I saw Rams on SI, I was like, oh, we know somebody there. We normally work with somebody over there. Brock Vieira then posted later on the day. Boom. Pulling this up. I'm just in everybody's business today. Hello, everyone. My time in Rams at SI has ended. I'm happy to be continuing my coverage of the team with Cam Da Silva and Rams Wire. Looking forward to another incredible season. So to him as well, congrats. Anything new, any new opportunity is exciting and fun. And two guys are staying in Rams world, but just a little bit of moving around. Thought it was interesting. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, a bit of a shakeup, man. It's awesome to see. Obviously, Brock, Blaine, those are two people that are very, very known in the Rams coverage world, which is awesome. So to see them kind of get a shakeup is very exciting, man. I know that that you are a person who is in the written content world, and then I have ramshowcase.com that I'm working on that I want to have more written content to pair in with the audio content. So definitely doing that stuff, man. So yeah, that's cool. It's cool to see that everybody's like just still. I mean, I started covering the Rams like it's probably been 15 years ago now, and like these are still names that are still doing it, and that's really cool to me. Like being like one of the first podcasts out there, and it's like still seeing the names of people I used to read and then like make stories on and stuff like that. It's like now they're still doing it, man. It's cool.
Now, I'm the newcomer to all this, just getting to know everybody the last few years. But no, I enjoy both their writing. I feel like they both put in a decent amount of work. Decent being very, selling it very low, but they do a lot of damn research, and I've been able to see Brock's work firsthand, and he actually, gives a shit about his writing and does good work for the Rams. So excited to see him in new spots and wishing him the best of luck for sure.
Good call.
Next spot. Where's my thingy at? There it is. All right. I have a theory.
Yeah.
Since we're on slow news there.
You've not told me anything about what the hell this means. All I've seen is this post being up, and it just says Tuna's theory. You have my attention. What the hell is your theory?
Because it's draft related. And it started off as, all the reports come out of, Rams met with X player, they met with Z player at the pro day. Oh, they're doing a private workout. And you cover this team long enough and you realize no two meetings are the same. The timing matters. Are they even interested in the player? Like there's the old normal questions with the Rams in particular, because they do things so in their own way, as opposed to the other teams, like not going to the combine. They don't do official top 30 visits. They kind of just do their own thing. Trying to make sense of it all and not be a naysayer of like, stop reporting on this because it means nothing, because there's something there. So I would look back at a few years, and particularly last year. And I do think for all the smoke and mirrors the Rams do try to play sometimes, you can't hide effort all the time. Like the numbers are going to catch up to you at some point. And one of the consistencies I saw, added with things that I've heard and things that are confirmed, I think the Rams really do want to target a wide receiver that they love in the first 2 rounds. My evidence for that is looking back to last year as well. The amount of visits, whether it's pro day, private virtual meeting, private workouts, combine official visits. The Rams spent about more than a third of their, I think it was 20 to 21 official recorded visits that were reported. 8 or 9 of them were wide receiver, far more than any other position. I know for a fact that they wanted guys they tried making a move from Matthew Golden. And obviously they wanted a receiver. They did their work. They ended up getting Konate Mumfield. So it stands to reason there's a lot of other guys they wanted there as well. I know the rumors were about Tyler Warren and him wanting a tight end. I think it's more he just wanted a weapon. And some of them happen to be receivers. Same thing's happening this year. If you look at the majority, like a big portion of the reported visits, a constant position is wide receiver. They've met with more of the top guys at the combine that happen to be a wide receiver, and knowing some of the things of who they're actually genuinely interested in that's been voiced by people from the Rams. I think round 1 or 2, obviously the draft is going to fall out as it may. Shit's always weird. They're really going to make a push again for wide receiver in one of those 2 rounds. I think if there's a guy they love, let's say they can't make a trade back, because in every mock draft, the smart money tells you, trade back and you can get Omar Cooper Jr. early 20s. I'm almost convincing myself that if they just happen to love someone like Omar Krupu Jr., I don't know if they love Denzel Boston, Tyson from Arizona State, if they just happen to love him that much, they'd probably be willing to take him at pick 13. Like if there's no Atlanta version of trade of like last year in this year's draft. I think because they've missed their guy now a few times. Look at what they're doing so far this offseason. They're saying, fuck it, let's go get our guys. It stands to reason that I think whether it's a trade back to get their guy, staying put at 13, or even go up to 10 or 9 to get like a Carnell Tate, whoever their guy is, I think they pull the trigger and they say, I'm not missing him again this year in the first 2 rounds.
All right. I like it. I think that too. I mean, there's only 3 times in a Sean McVay led Rams draft class that there wasn't a wide receiver picked, and in those 3 years, I'm looking at them here. There was pretty defensive heavy classes, and then running back was added as well. So, like running back, offensive line, and then defense alone. So it was like there's only 3 drafts that the Rams didn't try to attack some weapons. I think it makes perfect sense that Sean McVay, being the kind of coach that he is and the style that he has of like, just get as many weapons as you can. Dude. I don't care that we have Devontae and Puka and Tyler Higbee and like all these guys. It's like, to get weapons, man, because I mean, these guys aren't as talented as they are at football. They're not robots. They still get tired and stuff. Like they still need some plays off and stuff. So like, you don't want your offense to suffer just because your top guys have been absolutely, busting their ass for 3 quarters or in the 4th and they're gassed and you're still trying to pick up a first down. Like you should have a weapon that's still capable of doing that. And I do think that we do when you look at like guys like Mump from last year's draft, Witt from the previous draft, Puka obviously from the draft before that. And then like you dig further back into like the 2021 draft where Tutu was the Rams' first pick, and then also Benny Sko. And then this website classifies Jacob Harris as a wide receiver, which I guess he kind of was a bit of a hybrid, but Van Jefferson before that. Like, I mean, that's the thing, is it like, and these guys are all have been different levels of productive. I would say, honestly, probably the least productive of all those names is Tutu, as far as, actually helping out the Rams offense and stuff. So, yeah, I think it stands to reason that the Rams will want to go with weaponry. I'm just on the side that I just think I agree with Les and his quick little comment to Kay, however many weeks ago that was. I think that the trend is add to defense. So I think that in the early rounds, the Rams do add to defense. And I think that in those later rounds, like we got Mump 242 overall. I think that's where we're going to start to see. So not necessarily that late again, that's the 7th round pick, but I think 4 and on is where we'll see the first wide receiver taken by the Rams. I don't think it comes earlier than that.
And I know my last mock draft, I had him taking Jamal McCoy because it's the talent just undeniable. And if you just go, we're on the same path of like best player available. I'm stands to reason for me just in what I'm looking at. And that's why I wanted to bring it up to you. Somebody who does not really follow the draft BS as deep as I am. Yeah. Just to get your eyes from the outside and your perspective, because it is, and Jerome says it's a deep class. And that's why I said first or second round. Not that they're taking 2 back-to-back at all. I don't think they would intend to do that. I just think whoever their guy is, like I see them just making an aggressive move, and that could be trading back because they know they can get what if they just love Chris Bell and they're like, all right, we'll trade back into the like pick 30, pick 29, and we'll get him there and just get a bunch of picks, because taking Chris Bell at the end of the first round would be aggressive still by a lot of teams' measures. So at least that's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of those teams in the later portion like that that are those playoff teams that are probably realistically not going to be wide receiver heavy. You would also like from the outside though, it's like if I was looking at the Rams, I'd be like, oh, they don't need a wide receiver. But it's like we follow this team very closely where it's like, yeah, for sure they're going to get a wide receiver, So there's that part of it too. That's like, I don't know what like Denver's going to want to do. They're a later pick, like stuff like that. New England kind of stands like they'll probably go wide receiver, stuff like that. So maybe I'm kind of counteracting my own point here, and it's like, yeah, those playoff teams actually they all need wide receivers.
They do. But Denver and New England, two AFC Championship teams, they both.
I don't know what I'm talking about, so that's cool. But yes,
but no, I know the point you were trying to make though. That's it. Like,
yeah,
normally the top teams kind of have a guy at least there.
Yeah, well, and I just think that there's some smoke around the AJ Brown stuff too, that like I think that they're going to be looking as well. So I think that realistically though, like Jerome's saying, it's a deep wide receiver class. I don't know that myself. I don't know crap, but also nobody does. I mean, we've said that I can't remember which draft class it was that they were like, this is a really deep quarterback class, and then like the best one ended up being Brady Quinn, and it's like, cool. So I don't know.
What are you talking about? 2004? Is that 2005?
Like, so it's one of those, man, where it's like,
God
like they talk about it being like such a deep like quarterback class, and it's like, oh yeah, Paxton Lynch really hit. Way to go, guys! Like stuff like that.
Dude, we are such an anti-Browns podcast on accident. We don't mean to.
Paxton was a Denver pick, so, but we are anti-Browns here. But also, why would we be pro-Browns?
First and Puna.
Yep. First and Puna.
First and Puna. Damn it. You made a point that I was going to. Oh, my gosh. Oh, no. I thought back and I looked at some of my notes from last year that led me to like Rams are getting Matthew Golden. I was like super sold on it. What was my point? God damn you. You started making me laugh.
You're nailing this, man.
You know how I get when you make me laugh.
Hey, and Tribe in the comments, we covered that first in this show. So scoot backwards and you'll get all of our chatter on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely just lost it.
Sweet.
Oh, no. Looking at the notes from last year, like by the time I got to like the third or fourth round in last year's draft, like it was obvious like there's some really big shortcomings with guys that I loved. I was like, yo, I love Trey Harris, but these deficiencies are like pretty glaring and he's probably going to struggle transitioning, and it ends up being true. The Matthew Golden one completely took me for a loop. Emeka Egbuka to the Buccaneers, everyone else kind of seemed like there was a glaring issue compared to this year. I'm in the third and fourth round. I don't feel the same way. Like I'm watching these guys, I'm like the margin of error, the problems seem a little bit smaller than the guys in that same spot like last year. That's I think I understand what they're saying. Like that's the way I take it. That there's higher quality, deeper in the draft than I would say at least last year.
That's fair. I know too that a lot of people are like, "Oh, this guy's this height and this weight, so maybe the Rams will be interested." And like my response to that is like, the Rams are not putting those numbers on a spreadsheet and then sorting by. You know what I mean? Like they're looking at the football player, and if you can do what they need you to do, your height and weight is irrelevant. Even your 40 times irrelevant if you can do what they want you to do in the offense. So we look at a lot of numbers like, man, this guy's 6'1", 220, and he runs a 4.5, whatever. And it's like, that doesn't matter at all. Can he play in our offense? Because there's a lot of people that are athletically awesome, but they don't really fit with us. So there's that part.
Yeah, I mean, some of the guys that we love right now, and by no regards are they, I'm going to keep it real, top 10 ranked at their position, let alone athletically. Like as much as we're big proponents for Quentin Lake, he's not winning any races with other safeties in the league. He's not known for being the most like athletic one, but he's the most well-rounded, one of the smartest. Like they value a lot of other things. They value like if I put you on the field in our system, can you help us win games? And so that's why I don't really fall for the Chris Brazzell stuff. That's why I haven't really been high on the noise around that. Like, oh, he's exactly what McVay would like. I mean, some of the game, yeah, but then I watched the other stuff, kind of how he talks about certain parts of the offense, like his actual skill set on the field. And there's some big plays, but I think technically I don't think there's a lot that Chris Brazzell matches with how the Rams do things. And then you go to like Casey Concepcion, who like if you tell some fans are like, no, don't take him because he's too small. Okay, I mean I don't care that you don't win games on paper, but when I pop on the tape against Mansour Delane, the LSU DB, looks just fucking fine to me against press. Got open a bunch, like he wasn't shut down. So we pretend based on somebody's bullet point that, oh, he may struggle with this.
Mm-hmm.
That could have happened like 3 times in the season, but we just need to make a note of it of like, oh, it happened.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's like bad. Like it. Yeah.
People trying to watch college football and analyze players is the funniest thing in the world to me, because like people will pick out one play and be like, oh, see, he doesn't have good change of direction. And it's like, he misstepped, or like, it's like, dude, look at the turf on that game. It's like, that's
a bad play.
Yeah. It's like, or it's like, yeah. And then the thing is like, I always go back to the coolest movie of all time, and your favorite all time is Draft Day, where he talks about, he's like, watch the tape. And he's like, I've seen the tape. What are you talking about? He's like, no, don't watch me. Watch him. He's like, watch me sack him and then watch him. And then he's like, and then the next play, Bo Callahan's all quick on the release. So it's like, yeah, but what happened next, man? It's like, did he get absolutely stuffed by that corner and couldn't get past 5 yards? It's like, yeah, but what happened on the next play? Did he absolutely put on the filthiest move of all time? That corner's ankle guts are all over the 50-yard line and he's scoring a touchdown. It's like, you got to take it all into consideration, and you got to look at trends, not plays. And that's a big thing that I think a lot of people miss, is that like, it's not just he did that once, so he does that. It's like, oh no, that he was absolutely just on that day. Actually, he's usually kind of a bummer, but that day he was sick. We all have those, you know what I mean? So, and vice versa. So yeah, you talk about KC out of Texas A&M, who's a player I watched plenty of. That kid's a damn good football player, man. You listen to him talk as well, man. That kid is ready to get to the NFL. I'm fired up for him. Like, as a Aggie fan, I'm excited to see where he lands, because that's a guy I'm going to be watching his career unfold, because I'm just really curious to see how he handles the NFL, and I think he'll do just fine. It's his mindset and the fact that he got better as the year went on, and then like at the end of the season was when he was seemingly at his best, and he still seems like he's perfectly hungry to get into the NFL. So I think whatever team takes him, and I would love it to be the Rams. I don't think that'll happen, but whoever takes him, I think is going to get a damn good football player.
I agree. Alex's comment is very funny because it's very true.
Yeah, I mean, straight up, yeah.
People will see a cornerback at 5'11", 190, say he's too small, and then see a dude at 6'2", 200, say he's got great size. Like, yeah, that's true.
Literally, though, and it's like, put them next to each other. Can you even tell that apart, dude? It's like, I'm gonna look up Cortland Finnegan's height, because that guy was. Where is it at?
Kamal says, "Q is my number one safety. I will die on this hill. Love watching that guy." I'm biased. I got him like right at the fringe of my top 5 in the league. But again, it's because as Rams fans, we value certain things, whereas somebody from the outside, even a Niners fan, is going to be like, no, but he does these things poorly, and they're going to stick out more to them versus the shit that we love, that because we see it off the field and behind the scenes and behind the grind and all that stuff. Yeah, and Jerome Griffith says KC is nice and he's a hands coach. I saw somebody explain like his drops too. I think there's a little bit more to that, because you don't really like luck your way into that many catches and yards. Could just be a concentration thing. I think you mentioned that too.
I think it may have been me that you're referring to, because a lot of the drops that I saw were just taking his eyes off the ball a little too quick and looking at the defender. But I mean, A&M, the way that they were distributing to him, I mean, he was getting put in a lot of tough spots where defenders were screaming at him, dude. So it's like, yeah, man, head on a swivel, bro. And it's like, anybody would be dropping some of those balls, because you got a safety come from this way and a linebacker come from this way, and a ball's and you're like trying to peek, man. Like, so it happens, man. It's fine.
Oh, dude, that's an undervalued part of like having a good quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
But Matthew Stafford in particular,
exactly.
the amount of dig routes and in like deep in breaking routes they run, that the receivers have to just have blind trust in. Yeah. Like, yeah, I can just focus on the ball and get it and know that Matthew's not going to leave me to end up in the hospital in about 60 minutes. Like that. I don't know who the A&M quarterback is off the top of my head.
Marcel Reed.
If he's putting dudes in bad spots, I'm
and I
take my eye off real quick.
I like Reed, man. I like Reed, but there's been a lot of times where I'm like, that was not the best placement, man. And maybe I'm getting a little bit, because I also see this a lot in the NFL where I'm like, it's like, yeah, that was a touchdown, but trash placement. And then it's like, but I feel like I'm
great play.
I'm getting spoiled though with like Matthew Stafford, where he's putting balls in a spot where you're like, yeah, that's the only spot you can put that pass,
Yeah.
you know. So I see like a college guy give like a terrible ball, and it's like, what are you doing, you clown? He's never gonna make it. And it's like, no, he's fine. Actually, we're watching the best of all time do it, man. It's like not everybody's Matthew Stafford.
I'm guilty of this. I know I have a blind spot because even when Matthew Stafford makes a bad pass, but my first assumption, I don't say I run with it, but my first instinct all the time
Wrong route.
Is like either is it like I was like, nah, he's trying to place it here because it's 5D chess. I always have an excuse for it ready to go. Yeah. And I gotta like stop and rewatch it and be like, yeah, it's a fucking bad pass.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. We've talked about it plenty of times. It's like we're good for one Matthew Stafford throw a game where you're like, what the hell was that?
Yep.
but it happens, man. Whatever. But yeah, it's one of those where if I see the placement's not good, my initial reaction is, what's that wide receiver doing, man? What are you doing? You cutting that too deep, or you cut like
help your guy out?
It's like Matthew's expecting you to be here. Why are you over there? What are you doing?
Yeah, help Matthew out.
Funny.
But my last thing on Concepcion, I know Jerome has a comment here, is I know he has a speech impediment. He has a stutter. And I got to say, I think that's a huge plus for him. And I know this is going to seem like, I know in a weird backwards walk through the third doorway, this is going to be ableist. But anyone that can have something that's so publicly and easily noticeable when you speak and open your mouth in a world like football and a locker room, where, dude, if you got ugly looking shoes on, someone's going to get in your ass, like in the locker room. Like, that's tough. Like, that's the dude's like got grit. There's something to him that makes him very special to be able to like, hey, yeah, this is me. I'm going to embrace it. And I'm going to run through this brick wall that is football. And to be able to come out the other side and seem like a really good human. It's something special. I mean, I think it's pretty cool on his end.
Yeah, totally, man. Yeah, it's funny too. I say this comment with all the love in my heart. I'm trying to make this make sense, but it's like a football locker room is a place where you can get roasted, and then like, because it's a thing that black dudes can do that I can't. I can't do it. I can't do this and be funny. But there's a thing that black dudes can do where they can just say exactly what the situation is, and it's devastating burn. And it's like, that's all they have to say is the truth, and it's like so brutal, man. It's like you could walk into a locker room and just be like, this dude's got Skechers on, and then that's a burn, dude. It's like
I know what you're talking about.
I got roasted right now, and all he did was say what is true. That's crazy.
My favorite is when you, dude. My favorite is you walk in, not even a lot. We're at a barbershop, boys' place, whatever it is. Yeah. You walk in, and like something so noticeable that they don't even say what it is. But like, what you just hear one voice go, "Come on, bro," and everyone knows exactly what's wrong. You're like, "Fuck, I'm leaving."
Dude, the one that gets me is the bah. Like, oh no, I'm going home.
Oh, they're roasted. They're roasted.
Yeah,
fair share in my day. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's hilarious.
But since we're talking about the draft stuff, I did make this comment a few days ago, because everyone uses random statistics here and there to like prove a point.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, well, the numbers don't lie. I mean, they don't lie depending on what fucking truth you're trying to convince people of.
Yeah.
That was funny because people were using this to show that Casey Concepcion is way better than Makai Lemon. It's subjective. It just depends what offense and what you really, really want. Because based on one stat people like to use, like, oh, the separation percentage, what rate that they get open. I see these comments. I see these. I see these comments, bro. One of them being is separation percentage. So I was like, okay, cool, fine. Based on separation percentage, if that's the litmus test for what makes a good receiver, here are the top receiving options in the NFL as of 2025. Jonnu Smith, Dante Thornton, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Treylon Burks, DeAndre Hopkins, Pat Freiermuth, Adam Thielen, some recognizable names.
Killers.
Darnell Washington, Gunnar Helm, Jahan Dotson. And if you don't care because
you're just the Pro Bowl roster, what are you doing? That's crazy.
Or if you only care about the Rams, the top receiving options are actually Terrence Ferguson, Colby Parkinson, Tyler Higbee, Jordan Whittington, Konate Mumfield. And the last out of them is actually Puka Nacua. Thank God we got that help. Yeah, Tay is trash. Those The point is, I hate saying this because I don't want to be, lecturing the class, but that's not baseball, bro. Like, you can't use one, not two, not even five stats to explain a game, let alone a fucking play. Sometimes, I know not every fan wants to be like a draft analyst and have the right answer. Sometimes there's not a right answer. And then sometimes, like, you do just got to, like, hey, just go watch a play or two. Because when you tell me, hey, this guy's too small to get off the ball, and then I can go and find plays of him doing it, it's like, well, then the stat kind of lies, because it's like, oh, well, sometimes it happens. That's not the truth. That's
Terrence Ferguson plays for the Titans.
That was the other thing too. I was like, thanks, PFF. Good job.
Nailed it.
What do they know?
It's, you know what? Here's a guy. I don't know. That's so it's funny too, because like you can look at any of these numbers and you can go week by week too. So you could so we can look at the whole season and look at separation percentage and stuff like that, and that's awesome. But let's go week by week and then let's look at that defense and how they do and stuff like that. And it's like, not every NFL team plays against every NFL team. So the Rams didn't play against a lot of really good corners. Did play against a bunch of really good corners though, in fairness, but that's the thing. And then you could look at like first 4 games compared to the last 5 games, and it could be massively different. And that's literally true for the Rams team. And you look at their defense over the course of the season, almost 2 different seasons from the Rams defense this past year. So any of these numbers, man, it could be up and down from game to game. It could be that Terrence Ferguson's average is that good because one day he just absolutely crushed everybody. It could be that Tay is probably not on this list because all of his touchdowns come from within the 2 friggin' yard line where you can't get that much separation. So it's one of those stats where it's like, yeah, sure, you can consider it in aspects, but it can't be you're just, see, he's better because of this. That's just not a real thing.
Yeah, but everything has to be a right answer. And even Kamal said it here, and Jerome Griffin said it. Sometimes it's just who really wants to play football. It's something that you bring up all the time of everyone's a human. Like, sometimes you just have a bad day. That sucks too sometimes.
Yeah, dude. And then you also get the fact that like it's like, was Jamarcus Russell the worst pick ever? Yeah. Retroactively, but day of, it was like, dude, they freaking nailed it. This kid's athletic as hell. He's huge. He's got a rocket arm. He just didn't care. It was the right pick, but he didn't care, and he didn't try to be good at all. And then he like blew off the playbook and stuff like that. Meanwhile, you got a guy like Cooper Kupp, who was he coming out of the draft good enough to be an NFL wide receiver? Mostly. But he came in ready to, as soon as the second he got drafted, his mindset was, my career starts right now. Now it's time to take this serious. And that's when he became what he is today. So there's also that aspect of it of like, you can get the right guy. I think Sam Bradford was the right guy for the Rams. I think that was a great pick for the Rams. Injuries just kept on piling up for him. And that didn't work out for us because we needed our guy to be on the field. We didn't need him to go out and have Shaun Hill throwing the rock, man. We needed it to be Bradford. So the fact that it wasn't him is like, it was the right pick, dude. His rookie year, his top target was friggin' Denario Alexander, and he almost got us to the playoffs. You know what I mean? So like, it was the right pick. But well, I guess there was like Mark Clayton on that team too, I guess. But and then no, it was the next year.
Everyone's got a role. I know I have an unpopular opinion. Obviously, in hindsight, the trade worked out more in the Rams' favor because of the ring, and Stafford's the MVP. We love him, obviously, because he's a Ram right now. And that's the correct answer. Yeah. But even right after the Super Bowl, like, my answer kind of is like, both teams win in their own way. Rams literally got exactly what they wanted and needed out of it. Lions got exactly what they wanted and needed out of it. They got a fresh start. The Lions are considered, under the Dan Campbell administration, is a perennial playoff team. Yeah. Like, they're a threat. Like, they're scary. And that's with Jared Goff. They got exactly what they wanted and needed. But the answer is the Rams won it. I hear you, but
I mean, I'll still die on the hill. Both teams absolutely won that trade. Oh, yeah. It's kind of interesting to listen back to Les Snead talk about the RG3 trade, where he was like, at the time, we felt like we absolutely crushed that trade. But it's like you look at all the players the Rams got out of that trade, and it was like, no, just a bunch of bummers, actually. And it's like it didn't work out for them either. I think we both lost that trade. It was like they had a good rookie quarterback, and then RG3 pretty much was dead after he did the stanky leg out there. But yeah, it was just one of those things where it's like we both lost that trade, but we both won the Lions and Rams quarterback trade. So there's that part. And then it's like even we did a quarterback trade with the Eagles, Foles and Bradford, and it was like, probably we both lost that one too, man. it's like it didn't really work out for either. So it always can fluctuate, and that's the thing too, is that like people want to know the answer today, and it's like we may draft a guy that we don't know is going to be awesome. And in fact, when the 2013 draft happened, the Rams took Aaron Donald, and then I was looking at his stuff, and it was like I was just looking at his profiles and stuff, and it was like, oh man, it's like he may get a rotational gig, he's going to kind of rockers every once in a while and stuff like that. And then I watched him play, and it was like, all right, you know what? It's like he just said, screw your option, I'm tackling both you guys. And it was like that was the play where I was like, I'm in. This guy's going to be awesome, man. And then he stuffed Lynch on that 4th down play, and it was like, this is my guy. I think I bought actually. It was right after that I was like, give me a 99. I give that jersey away. I'm really sad about it still. I shouldn't have done that.
I need a mustard 99.
That's rid of the blue. It was the dark blue with gold numbers. I gave it, and in fairness, I'm not like super upset. I'm upset that I don't have it anymore. But the guy that I gave it to, it was one of the guys that used to watch football out here with us, and he never had a jersey. And then we went to the Rams Broncos game in 2018, and he didn't have a jersey to wear, and he was just gonna like rock his old shirt that's all tattered and stuff like that. And I was like, yo, I'll get you one, man. Which one do you want to wear? And then, so I let him borrow the Donald. And at the end, I was like, you know what, man, go ahead and hang on to that. And then as soon as I did that, I was like, shoot, I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, that's my story.
Yeah. I need a mustard Donald one.
Did we get votes?
What?
Did we even get any votes? I haven't
that's what I'm about to bring up right now. I think the fact it's a Friday, I think it's a little slow day. So viewer PFP beauty pageant. We ran it on Wednesday. We got our 7 participants here between Muad'Dib, Ray, Kamal, Covey, Manuel, Daddy G, Jerome, and Alex. Didn't really get a lot of votes yet. I think because people are like, what is this? I don't understand what's happening. So we're going to pump it out again. Literally, like we got like 3 votes, so we need to push it a little bit further. Yeah, can't go on that. So we're gonna do this Monday. I'm assuming. Give it the weekend.
Yeah. Let me try. Hold on. I'm not gonna do it for this. Is this awesome? Yes. No. Okay, we're gonna try this real quick. Okay. This just got added today, this feature. So
Jesus.
We're gonna try it out. You can vote on we're gonna actually, you know what, we do need to try to shift this a little bit, because we need to actually have a spot where you can actually put up seven things on the ballot. So yeah.
I don't know if whatchamacallit, if Studio.
I think everywhere does 4. I think like just about everywhere does 4. We just got to find, or we need to narrow it down. We need to knock off 3.
You want to knock off 3?
All right, let's knock off 3. All right, we're gonna hurt some feelings.
We're gonna hurt some feelings. How do you vote? You vote. We're doing it right here. We're gonna narrow this down to 4.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah. Hold on. No changing your mind. We get a shit. We're saying this too. You gotta write down who you like.
Freaking paper anywhere? Jeez.
Find the paper. Find it. Figure it out. We'll do it live.
This will work. I just need to hide some of it. All right. So what am I writing? Just one name?
Yeah.
Chat, you guys give us one name. I'm going to write one name. And Tuna's going to write one name. All right.
Yeah. You're voting who you like. Who you think.
Who we like?
Yeah. Who we want to stay.
Oh.
Or is it kicking out? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to 4.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah. Who's got to go? Someone's got to go.
Yeah. I have my vote. This is very Survivor of me to write it like this. This is very Survivor right now.
So
I feel bad though either way.
Say Moody and Rare Locks. Hey, you gotta vote someone out. Someone's got to go.
All right. Yeah. Who do you want out though, Alex? I guess you could technically vote for yourself, but that would be weird.
I mean, I know Muad'Dib tried.
He did. That was weird. And it's like, dude, yours is awesome though. What are you doing? All right. Okay, we do have a vote.
Jerome's is St. Louis.
It does have something. It
technically
mostly does. We think that that's
mostly
we think that that's a Rams thing in there, but the one that's on the far side, that's actually a Blues one, and we also saw Cardinals on there for sure. So that's definitely just St. Louis. So Jerome
said Kamal because he doesn't want the competition a bit.
That's so funny. All right. Do you have? And turns out this is awesome, so that's good. All right. What if we vote for the same person?
Well, then they're fucking out.
They're definitely out then. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I can't see yours.
E.
I'm going
Daddy G.
I'm going Manuel.
Oh, you're going Manuel? Oh, I'm going Daddy G.
Manuel or is it Manuel? I'm going just because that was one of the things that came out. I'm pretty sure it is a high school logo, and it was one of the things that came out when the Rams were talking about new logos, where people kept sharing that and be like, "It should be this," and it's like that's.
I kind of enjoy the trolling.
I don't know. So
you're voting Manuel off the island.
Yeah, but not because I don't respect the fact that it's a massive Rams head. I want that to be stated. But because it's not technically Los Angeles Rams.
Nope. You voted him out of there.
Yeah.
And mine, I'm sorry. I know he just went to work.
He's leaving for work, and you're just gonna.
Well, now you also got to deal with that on your fucking commute home because I'm not this whole. Oh look, I got a wife and kids. I got a family.
Is that why you're doing
it? Nerd. Don't play that sympathy card here.
What a dork, dude.
I'm here for laughs.
You got a loving family? What a dork, dude.
Loser.
Wife, kids that love you? Gosh.
I want a disqualification on trying to leverage the cuteness that is. Yes, I'm 1,000% kicking the kid off the island. Why? This is adults only. Fair. What's the kid doing here?
But also, I want to be stated, this is not the only time that we're going to be doing giveaways. And this is just the profile picture giveaway. We got a bunch of these bad boys coming your way. We're going to be doing Ram Cave. We're going to be doing car. So, like, submit your car, and, like, whoever has the sickest stuff on there. We'll do – I've done it before. I did Rams tattoos. The submissions I got, the tattoos Rams tattoos that some fans have, holy crap, guys. So dope. I'm sure that we could come up with like custom gear, something that's like unique to you, something that like maybe somebody made for you or something like that nobody else would have, like maybe try to do some of that. So this is not the only giveaway. We're not just trying to like, it's not like you're out of this and it's like, well, you're never going to win. You're a total loser for life.
Nope. You're actually out forever. You can't ever win anything.
Yeah. New rule.
It's done.
All right. We need more. We need to,
you have to unsubscribe actually.
We need to boot off one person though.
Yeah. Boot one more.
Yeah, we do got to boot off one more. And we got some battles here, voting for each other.
People are not happy. Do we want to write another one?
All right, let me get another.
Muad'Dib, Ray, and Kamal are top 3. I'm pretty sure they'll probably poll pretty fairly, I would say.
Okay.
Writing?
This is hard. Yeah.
Nah, I got mine.
Okay.
You gotta make your case for it though, too.
Okay, so do you want to go first or do you want me to?
I will. I'll go first.
Okay.
Although I appreciate this study in school. It was actually what I got my degree in, but I think it's the wrong history. I'm voting off Jerome. That's my pick, and it's for a petty reason. I enjoy the history of things of the St. Louis. You got very artistic, historical look to it. It's got baseball in there, man. I'm just not a baseball guy. Don't let the hat fool you. This is just for fashion. It's just for fashion, but I'm just not a baseball guy. I don't think baseball is a sport. I think it's a hobby.
That is absurd. Baseball's gorgeous, dude. Baseball's beautiful.
Oh, it's an incredibly lucrative hobby. I think it's like pickleball. Or golf. Pickleball, golf, baseball, it's all the same thing.
Man, I can't agree with that. And also, this is like the best the Rockies have been in many, many years. They're 6-7 right now. Don't mean to brag, but
yeah, you could be great at a hobby. Like I'm great at woodworking, man. I'm actually pretty damn good, but I'm not gonna be like,
well, you're being
World Series for it.
You're kind of being an asshole right now. But either way, so it's so yesterday before the game started, the Rockies were 6-6. That's 12 games into the season. That's the latest the Rockies have been 500 into a season since 2024.
I just hear you deflecting with nonsense about a hobby instead of telling us who you want to vote off.
Baseball absolutely rocks. That's what I'm trying to say. I am also going F.
Oh, what's your reason though?
I'm going because well, first of all, we had to find Rams on it. And then the second part would be that it is not it's not a Rams profile picture. It is a St. Louis sports profile picture. So as much as, again, like I respect it, I love it. I'm here for I see the Blues on there. Screw the Blues, but hell yeah, hockey. Screw the Cardinals, but hell yeah, baseball. But
so you just hate our fans, is what you're saying? You just hate him as a person?
Not what I'm saying at all.
Insane.
That's what sucks, dude. That's what sucks that we both voted for him, because now he's like, this is the last show he watches of us.
You're so disrespectful. At least I attacked the sport. You attacked his. What if he's from there?
He's probably from there. A lot of Rams fans are from there. Freaking Rams house is from there, man. But it's not a Rams profile picture, and that's what I'll say. It's a St. Louis sports profile picture.
Plus, the reason I didn't vote off Alex and didn't hate on it is because it gives me us more reasons just to parade his face around. I kind of dig it. So we just get to just keep showing him off.
He just stood there menacingly.
Just staring. Just staring. He may end up being the face of the show when it's all said and done.
It might. Okay, I have to roll. I need to go. I've got friends waiting for me. They have been for a few hours now at a cool bar downtown Colorado Springs. So I'm going to go do that. But we're going to put this up on Instagram as an actual poll, not just a story.
Yeah, now we can do a real poll. I was struggling with the 7. Yeah.
We're going to do let me get this out of here. We get it.
Sorry, Jerome.
Yeah, I was going to put that up too. But then we'll put it on YouTube, because you can do polls on YouTube, and then you can also do polls on Twitter, stuff like that. So as many places we can do polls, and then Monday stream we will announce an actual winner between Muad'Dib, Ray, Kamal, and Alex. Those are great choices there.
There's a reality where Muad'Dib's date is also tuning in to us real quick while he's on a smoke break, and she's like, "The fuck?" And they fall in love from this.
Sidebar, Muad'Dib. Show this to your date real quick. All right, is she on? Can she hear? Hey, Muad'Dib is absolutely hilarious. One of the best guys I know. He saved me from a fire one time and my puppy. So, just putting that out there. Incredible person.
Yeah, I hope he knows that the $250,000 that he lent me, I will have that back to him. I know that's just part of one of his assets. So I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Much love. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, man. Saving Carl from getting hit by that bus that one time. I mean, what else is there to say? I mean,
I'm actually in love with him.
I'm single, but he's already been I've already asked him to be my best man. He just means that much to me. So appreciate you, dude.
There you go. And if have fun on your date, and the rest of you guys, enjoy your Fridays. We will be looking out for some content. Oh God, I got the yawnies. We got for some content this weekend, starting with, I have said it multiple times, but I told you guys we had technical difficulties with a few of the interviews, but now we finally got them re-recorded with set players. Trevonte Sylvester. I'm having that one come out after we get off here, followed by Cam Ransoms tomorrow. It's a Bethune-Cookman quarterback. Got a few other college players that are coming in this weekend. So look out for those. Leave those comments. Let me know what you guys think of them. And as always, go Rams. Huh?
Yeah, Friday night. Thanks for hanging out. Hell yeah.
Hit that outro, baby.
Rams.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.